eating disorder 2 months later. I'm Brandon Gross, and that's Rewind.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
This is the CBS Entertainment Report. Steven Spielberg back at it with Aliens, and they do not look friendly.
What are you gonna do?
Full disclosure to the whole world.
Emily Blunt and Josh O'Connor there in the very unsettling first trailer for Disclosure Day. Now, of course, Steven has a track record with these kind of films. Close Encounters, E.T., War of the Worlds. Disclosure Day drops June 12th. And will it be Oscar Gold for Golden? Huntrix from K-Pop Demon Hunters making the Academy Award shortlist for Best Original Song nominations. Full Oscar nominations happen January 22nd. Oscar Sunday is March 15th. For CBS Entertainment, I'm Matt Wolf.
Sponsored by Progressive. We make the claims process easy, so you can get back on the road in no time. It's why over 43 million drivers trust Progressive. See for yourself at progressive.com.
Talk Radio WGNS, putting the power of your free speech into action, on air and online at wgnsradio.com. Merry Christmas from all of us at News Radio WGNS. We're the Good Neighbor Network, FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna, audio and video streaming at wgnsradio.com. This is Rutherford Issues, hitting right at what matters most to all of us here in the heart of Tennessee. From Murfreesboro to Smyrna, Eagleville to Laverne, Leanna to Barfield, and everywhere in between. If it matters to you, you'll hear about it here on Rutherford Issues. Now your host, Brian Barrett.
Well, hey, hi, and hello there, fun lovers and truth seekers. Welcome in to Rutherford Issues, right here from News Radio, WGNS. Plenty on the plate today. We're going to be finding out what's going on at Beasley Animal Clinic and Foundation here in just a few moments. So we invite you to hang around for that conversation. Lots of news and information also coming your way here this morning. So got that to look forward to. Another Access Tennessee news update is coming up in mere moments, as a matter of fact. So, with that being said, why don't we just jump into some information that you need to know. Something we do each and every weekday morning, and that is bring you a good neighbor of the day and a birthday club winner. So around 8 o'clock every morning, if you're just now finding us, we wish happy birthday to those who are celebrating. Folks will call in and say, you know, my mother, my son, et cetera, they're celebrating a birthday. Want to wish them a happy birthday from, and then that's the message that we then place on the air at 8 o'clock. And then one of those people gets to walk away with some banana pudding to celebrate their birthday. So they're already a winner by having their name announced on the air. And then, like Herschel Rich Jr., who is celebrating his 40th birthday, gets to go over to Slick Pig and say, I was the birthday club winner from WGNS. And they'll give him banana pudding. It's, I mean, you know, how better to spend your 40th. Herschel, hope you enjoy that. And thanks to Slick Pig Barbecue, 1920 East Main here in Murfreesboro. They're open every Tuesday through Saturday over at 1920 East Main Street. So thanks to the Robinsons and our friends at Slick Pig for helping us with the birthday club. Today's SRM Concrete Good Neighbor of the Day is Rebecca Garrettson for sharing her charming personality with everyone she meets. So, Rebecca Garrettson, congratulations. Enjoy the flowers that you will get from Jenny Harrison and our friends at Ryan Flowers Coffee and Gifts on South Academy and your good neighbors here at WGNS. Jenny and her staff do a wonderful job over at Ryan Flowers. They're just over on Academy, a few blocks from the radio station. Ryan Flowers has been there for decades. And they've been helping us with the Good Neighbor of the Day for decades. So we certainly appreciate them for that. And Rebecca Garrettson, who is the Good Neighbor of the Day. And our tribute is poured by SRM Concrete, locally grown, nationally known, and honoring those who build up Rutherford County with their kindness and service. Rutherford Issues is proudly powered by Middle Tennessee Electric. You know, Santa's on his way, and MTE makes sure that every porch light and Christmas tree shines for the big night. Cozy homes, happy hearts, and good energy from Middle Tennessee Electric.
Now, here's your Rutherford weather forecast.
Well, let's take a peek outside. Go up on the square. Perch of the beautiful picture of the Rutherford County Courthouse. Clouds in the background. Going to be a cloudy day today, it looks like. Outside the WGNS studios, looking to the east, well, same deal. Cloudy skies. Let's see, that says we have 45 degrees. We've warmed up to 50 already. Fairly mild day. And as cold as it was on Sunday, we've got storms to talk about today. Let's get into your forecast details.
Well, Brian, it looks like we'll see mostly cloudy skies here for this afternoon with a high in the mid-50s. Southwest winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Then for tonight, mostly cloudy with a low around 42. By Thursday, a chance for rain showers, cloudy, high of 60 degrees. And Friday, mostly sunny, a high around 44. Saturday, plenty of blue skies and sun, high around 58 degrees. Then by Sunday, a slight chance for some rain, cloudy, high 57. I'm meteorologist Jennifer Wojcicki.
Thank you, Jennifer. And here is a look at our Rutherford weather radar. We're going to take Futurecast out here into the future, right? And this is this evening, around 7 o'clock, we see a few showers. We see a few showers today. Could be, we'll check the radar here in just a second to see if we've got anything on the radar for you. But then let's go to tomorrow, where we have a level 1 out of 5 risk of severe weather. Damaging straight line winds look like to be the biggest culprit of any severe weather that we could have tomorrow. This is about 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. At 9 o'clock, we see showers out in western Middle Tennessee. Those showers, heavy downpours, some thunder, lightning, that could be occurring. This is noon, and we're right in the thick of some heavy rain, and looks like some stronger storms just west of Nashville. And then when we get to the evening, about 5, 6 o'clock, that's when we see, you know, some individualized storms that could be strong, and then a line of storms that will come through around 6 or 7 o'clock. So that's what Futurecast, this is our short-term model, so gives us an idea. Now, this doesn't mean this is exactly what's going to happen, but it does show that we should be drying out about 10, 11 o'clock or so, and that leaves us with clear skies. So here is the day 2 outlook, marginal risk. And within that marginal risk, here day 2, we are not highlighted for tornado risk. Wind, well, about a 5%. So that is keeping with the level 1 out of 5. And hail does not necessarily look like a threat either. So really just being highlighted for the possibility of straight line winds. Okay? And that is tomorrow over most of West and Middle Tennessee, really up to the Knoxville area and much of Western Kentucky, parts of Arkansas, Missouri, Indiana, and Illinois. All righty. Well, there you go. That is a complete update on your Rutherford weather forecast. 50 degrees in the borough and 48 degrees in Smyrna. Don't forget to check us out on the Rutherford Weather Channel, RutherfordWX.com. That stands for Rutherford Weather, RutherfordWX.com. And from there, we have links to social platforms like YouTube, Facebook, and X, where we're most active. So check us out there. Maybe, let's see, let's choose YouTube. And either Facebook or X, which one you're most likely to be on. Because we do a few posts every now and then that may not contain video, but when we're live on the channel, YouTube is the absolute best because it just keeps rocking along and you can watch it on your phone, tablet, computer, or television. So it's a good place to get it. Ruco Weather, R-U-C-O Weather, if you want to just search us up on your favorite device as well. On your favorite social platform. That is it for our forecast here. It's 19 minutes after 10.
Good day, Rutherford County. This is Lee Colvin, financial advisor and CFP with Edward Jones. Let's get the latest business news from our financial desk.
Well, right now, as we check the latest news, U.S. equity markets are little changed today, with the S&P 500 trading just below last Thursday's all-time high and aiming to break a streak of 3 consecutive daily declines. Right now, the S&P is sitting down 44 points at 67.55. The NASDAQ is down 256 at 22,855. And the Dow Jones Industrial Average is off 65 at 48,049.
From Wall Street to Church Street, that's the latest business news from the Edward Jones Financial Desk. I'm financial advisor and CFP Lee Colvin. Call 615-907-7056 or stop by our office on South Rutherford Boulevard in the Public Shopping Center.
Rutherford Issues on News Radio WGNS.
We do invite you to join us all day Christmas Eve and Christmas Day as we bring you 48 hours of continuous Christmas music. That's right. It's kind of a gift from your WGNS family to you. It's also a gift to us to get some time with our families. And that on WGNS is brought to you with limited commercial interruption by Middle Tennessee Electric, Farm Bureau Insurance, Kenneth Barrett for Rutherford County Sheriff, and Woodfin Funeral Chapels. So be sure to join us for that, would you? Also, want to remind you that our Big G TV coverage of Rutherford Issues is made possible by Murfreesboro Medical Clinic, the only multi-specialty physician-owned medical practice in Rutherford County, serving the community with primary and specialty care. MMC is committed to keeping you healthy for life. Here is our World News Check on WGNS.
CBS Radio News.
This is CBS News on the Hour, sponsored by CVS Health.
I'm Vicki Barker. Nick Reiner's expected in a Los Angeles courtroom this morning to face 2 counts of murder over the stabbing deaths of his father, Rob Reiner, and his mother, Michelle. CBS's Jonathan Vigliotti is in Los Angeles.
It is unclear at this point what state of mind he was in. I asked the police chief if he said anything during that arrest, if he had any evidence of a crime committed on his body. He would not go into further detail. The district attorney alleging that Reiner brutally murdered his parents with a knife. We do not know if officials have that knife in their possession.
House lawmakers were expected to vote today on a Republican health care proposal that does not include enhanced premium subsidies for some 22 million Americans. A Democrat-led measure called a discharge petition would force a vote on extending those Obamacare subsidies for another 3 years. And now it's picked up some serious backers across the aisle. Here's CBS's Caitlin Huey-Burns.
4 Republicans have now signed on to that discharge petition. This will likely now pass and force a vote on the House floor. If that passes, it would go over to the Senate.
We're about to find out how parents can sign their kids up for those Trump investment accounts seeded by billionaires Michael and Susan Dell.
Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent says parents can go to trumpaccounts.gov to get started.
Our president is putting the American dream within reach of every citizen, no matter the circumstances of birth.
The government will seed each account with $1,000. Families can start making their own contributions in July. President Trump has also teased the idea of one-time $2,000 rebate checks to families using revenue from his tariffs. He may mention that during his address to the nation tonight. Michael Wallace, CBS News.
After the killing in Syria of those 2 U.S. Army service members and their American civilian translator.
The president will be traveling to Dover Air Force Base in Delaware to take part in this very solemn process, obviously the most solemn that a commander-in-chief has to undertake to honor those 2 service members who were killed over the weekend in that attack in Syria.
CBS's Natalie Brand. A Kansas school shuttered by sickness. CBS's Jim Krasula has that.
School administrators in Dexter, Kansas, population 230, have closed schools until after the new year because of a high rate of illnesses, colds and flu. The district's winter break was originally scheduled to begin December 22nd. More than a third of students in the district were out sick on Monday, as were several teachers and staff.
The state of Kansas ranks 30th in a world population review tally of U.S. child vaccination rates, behind Nevada. This is CBS News.
Through trusted relationships and national reach, CVS Health is uniquely positioned to simplify care. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
A KFC tale in the pursuit of flavor. The holidays were tricky for the Colonel. He loved people, but he also loved peace and quiet. So he cooked up KFC's $4.99 chicken pot pie. Warm, flaky, with savory sauce and vegetables. It's a tender chicken-filled excuse to get some time to yourself and step away from decking the halls. Whatever that means. The Colonel lived so we could chicken. KFC's Chicken Pot Pie. The best $4.99 you'll spend this season.
Prices and participation may vary while supplies last. Taxes, tips, and fees extra.
Selling your home, it's one of the biggest financial decisions you'll ever make. You could go it alone, trying to navigate market trends, determine fair pricing, and tackle tricky negotiations on your own. You could second-guess every decision, wondering if you're doing it right. Then there's the showings, the offers, and the mountain of paperwork. Or you could work with the expertise of a Realtor, here to guide and help protect as you make your next big move. Realtors are members of the National Association of Realtors. Right by you.
Do your sinus infections always seem to come back no matter what you do? The pressure builds, the headaches drag on, the congestion makes it hard to sleep, hard to focus, hard to feel like yourself. Here's what most people don't actually know. Sinus infections keep coming back because your sinuses can't fully drain. That's why the pressure, the headaches, and the congestion keep coming back time and time again. Balloon sinuplasty gently opens your sinuses in a quick, in-office procedure, so the infections can finally clear. At Murfreesboro Sinus Center, they've helped thousands of patients break free from the sinus infection cycle, so you can breathe easier, sleep better, and finally feel like yourself again. Don't wait another season fighting sinus pain. Call Murfreesboro Sinus Center today at 615-649-4590 to see if balloon sinuplasty is right for you. Call 615-649-4590. That's 615-649-4590.
Merry Christmas, Rutherford County. I'm Kenneth Barrett. I'm running for sheriff in 2026. This time of year brings back lots of great memories of those who have gone before us, those still with us. I love sharing time with my family, friends, swapping stories, and laughing. I've been proud to call Rutherford County and the Sheriff's Office my home my whole life. When elected sheriff, I will continue to work hard, keep our families safe, and serve with honesty, integrity, and heart. From my family to yours, Merry Christmas.
When the weather turns bad, minutes, even seconds matter.
This is an early heads up for southern Rutherford County.
Rutherford Weather brings you live radar and expert meteorologist insight, giving you the early heads up when storms threaten.
A lot of areas are going to see some impacts from this storm.
From analysis to live camera views, we keep you informed before, during, and after the storm.
I think the vast majority of the hail with this now is going to be quarter to perhaps golf ball size.
Rutherford Weather. Stay ahead of the storm.
Retirement, it's all about income. Your money, making money, and you're not spending down your principal. That's the way we do it at Retirement Income Solutions. So if you're spending down your principal or your money's not making money, keeping you ahead of inflation, check us out today at risolutions.net, risolutions.net. And make sure to join us Saturdays at noon and Sunday afternoons at 1 for Retirement Income Solutions Radio with Nathan Cox and Lindsay Cotter.
This is News Radio WGNS Prime Time Sports.
Sponsored by the law offices of John Day. Our expanded office location is on Medical Center Parkway, just across the street from the hospital. If you've been injured, call us for a free consultation at 867-9900.
Well, coming up on WGNS, State Farm Prep Basketball tomorrow night. That's right. John and I'll be over at Oakland as Beach comes in to take on the Patriots. Girls and boys basketball, 5:45 airtime. It'll be right after the final Ideas Tees Primetime Sports Thursday program of the season. So tomorrow night will be it for our pal Clark Blair and Rod Edwards, Danny Brewer. But they'll have one final show tomorrow night, and then basketball right after that. Saturday morning, it's our last Prentice Allsup Heating and Air Coaches Corner for the season. Well, not for the season, for the next couple of weeks, and then we'll be back at it in January. It's boys basketball week, Saturday morning beginning at 9 o'clock. Tonight on WGNS, it's the Raiders as they battle Kennesaw State. You'll be able to hear that one here on WGNS coming up this evening. And last night it was Auburn downing the Middle Tennessee Lady Raiders 68-52. Slow start for them again last night, but came back and made a game of it late. And the Raider men tonight, that's opening up Conference USA play kind of early. But here we go. Kennesaw State tonight at home. That's the latest in local sports. Let's check in, find out what's happening around the state of Tennessee.
Access Tennessee Sports. I'm Josh Copley. Number 20 Tennessee men's basketball secured a huge win last night, blowing out number 11 Louisville 83-62. The Volunteers had been struggling recently, and this one should set them back on course. The UT defense held the Cardinals to the fewest points they've scored all season, and Jacoby Gillespie would lead the Vols on offense with 23 points. A bombshell announcement was made yesterday by the Nashville Predators. Legendary Alabama football coach Nick Saban has purchased minority stake in the organization. Saban claimed to always want to be a part of Nashville sports, and now he's a partial owner of Smashville. Vanderbilt football coach Clark Lee was named as the Eddie Robinson Coach of the Year. This is a tremendous honor, and it's the first time a Vanderbilt coach has won a National Coach of the Year award. Lee led a tremendous squad, including a Heisman finalist quarterback in Diego Pavia and John Mackey Award winner Eli Stowers, who is recognized as the best tight end in the nation. I'm Josh Copley with Access Tennessee Sports.
Ascension St. Thomas Heart is the leader in Middle Tennessee for heart care, providing the most advanced options, including heart surgery and transplants. Our nationally recognized cardiac team cares for more adult hearts than anyone in the state, from AFib to heart failure, using minimally invasive options when possible to help shorten recovery, making Ascension St. Thomas Heart your first choice for routine heart care and cardiac emergencies. Schedule a heart screening or find a cardiologist at ascension.org/St. Thomas Heart.
I'm Betsy Maples with Maples Realty and Auction. Are you looking for the perfect blend of city conveniences and country charm? The Maples has it all and features homes from 5 quality local builders and has amenities including a pool, tennis and pickleball courts, basketball, and soccer areas. Schedule a tour with Maples Realty and Auction today. Call us at 615-896-4740 or visit the Maples of Murfreesboro.com.
Maples Realty and Auction.
Access Tennessee News, I'm Carlin Cochran. A Wilson County School Board member has been arrested, according to Lebanon police, who say 51-year-old Donald Self faces 2 counts of indecent exposure. Officers say they responded to an incident involving Self, but are not releasing further details due to an ongoing investigation. Jail records show Self was booked shortly after 10 a.m. and released about an hour later on a $1,500 bond. Wilson County Schools says it will not comment on the matter at this time. The Metro Nashville Council is set to vote on applying for a nearly $4 million federal security grant that's been delayed for months. The money would help Nashville strengthen emergency preparedness and response with no local tax dollars required. If approved, Metro would apply immediately, though a second council vote would be needed before any funds could be spent. More news in 30 seconds.
This message brought to you by the Central Tennessee Regional Solid Waste Planning Board. Visit RecycleRightTN.com for tips, ideas, and locations on where to recycle near you.
Don't be trashy, recycle classy, recycle.
Recycling isn't just about tossing materials in a bin, it's about knowing which materials are accepted. Go to recyclerightTN.com.
Recycle Right Tennessee. Knoxville SC will enter its fourth season as reigning USL League One champions, riding a league record 24-game home unbeaten streak. The club will defend its title in 2026 against the largest field in league history, with 18 teams playing a 34-game schedule starting March 7th. Knoxville is coming off a historic 2025 season, winning both the League One championship and Players' Shield, and will also compete in the USL Cup. Carlin Cochran, Access Tennessee News.
WGNS. This is Peter Demas, and here is this week's Demas's Emergency Responder of the Week.
Murfreesboro police officer and SRO Cole Glass was on a bike patrol when he noticed a child struggling with a broken bike chain. The boy, visibly frustrated, told Glass the chain came off. Without hesitation, Glass knelt and fixed it, and the moment became a small but powerful reminder of the heart behind the badge. Murfreesboro police officer Cole Glass's response exemplifies the kind of everyday heroism that often goes unnoticed, a willingness to pause, engage, and uplift a neighbor in need.
When you see a firefighter, police officer, paramedic, or telecommunicator going the extra mile, let WGNS know, and we at Demas's Restaurant will salute them as the Emergency Responder of the Week.
Whether it's a cough, a fever, or something you can't quite name, MMC Now makes care easy. Walk right in, get seen quickly, and your visit connects directly to your MMC doctor. Care you trust, with providers you know, with digital check-in and multiple locations around town. MMC Now is here when you need us.
Murfreesboro Medical Clinic.
Merry Christmas from all of us at News Radio WGNS. Rutherford Issues with Brian Barrett on FM 101.9 and AM 1450 Murfreesboro, FM 100.5 Smyrna. Listen and watch at wgnsradio.com.
Our program today is brought to you in part by Middle Tennessee Electric. Lights, wrapping paper piles, and cozy homes a-glowing. That's MTE, making every moment bright this season. More than electricity, it's good energy from Middle Tennessee Electric. Kind of getting into the holiday season here, and you're very Christmassy today, Dawn.
I'm trying.
Dawn Roberts joining us from the Beasley Animal Clinic and Beasley Animal Foundation, Executive Director. I guess you have pretty busy. Well, it's always busy at your place. Is there ever a downtime?
Not usually. No. So, next week we are going to be closed. So we're giving our staff a much needed kind of break and relaxation to spend, holiday with their family. Some are traveling. And so it's nice to kind of let them do that and get recharged.
Yeah.
So we just need to make everyone aware that we will not be there next week.
Not there. So no appointments are on the books.
No.
You're a little excited about that, I guess, right?
Yes.
And so is everybody.
I think everyone's looking forward to it. It's been a busy year.
Yeah. I would think if you looked over your numbers year after year after year, you see a steady increase too.
We do.
Don't you?
Yes, absolutely. Yep. It's it's great for us. It's spay and neuter is happening, so that's great. But it's times are tough, so we're just here for preventative, and that's the best way to keep a dog healthy or a cat healthy. So, but yeah, it's, I guess just more, we see puppies and kittens all the time. So more people are getting puppies and kittens. So
yeah. I hear that there's been just a huge increase in the number of people who have cats.
Yeah.
Just because, we are growing into a community that is more, apartment and condo living, and without yard space and things like that, it's a little easier.
Well, that's great. I mean, there's so many, we've got some great cat rescues in our area too. So they work really hard, and, a lot of them try to get cats from the outdoors, and a lot of them can be rehabbed to be domesticated cats. So it's good to hear that people, sometimes everyone overlooks the need of these outdoor cats, and cats in general. So, and plus, there's just tons of people moving into the area. So with more people come more pets. So, yeah.
Well, I hope that maybe that's their first look if they're looking for a new animal, one of the shelters or something like that.
Absolutely. Yeah. Yep. Hopefully the shelters are full, rescues are full, and, for the most part that with rescues that they're been vetted and spay and neutered and things like that. So
I would think too that Christmas is probably a time when we see maybe giving of an animal for Christmas, which maybe isn't the best idea.
Absolutely. It's really not, unless it's kind of a family decision, that you know what your lifestyle is and make sure you get breed appropriate for a dog or cat and stuff. But it's not something that should be taken lightly because they are a lifetime commitment. It's not something that you can just get and then you get through the puppy phase and you no longer want an older dog. So, I mean, it really does need to be a decision based on the family. Go to the shelter, go to a rescue, meet the animal. If you have other animals, make sure you introduce them. But certainly it's not just something that you just go to the store and say, okay, I want this game. It's much more thought needs to be taken into gifting a pet for Christmas.
Well, you have to think, kids are out of school, and so, you've got a couple of weeks, and that keeps the kids busy. But then what happens when everybody goes to work and back to school?
Exactly right. Yeah. So you have to make sure that whatever you get is conducive to your lifestyle, your household, and that you can commit for their life and do what needs to be done to keep them happy and healthy.
So just think about that. Some just food for thought, I guess, if you will, this morning.
Perfect point, Brian.
Let's talk about a few things that are coming up before you are off next week for Christmas. I believe you've got dog and cat food distribution?
Yes, we have our quarterly dog and cat food distribution tomorrow at our facility at Keeling Commercial Boulevard. So it's from 1:30 to 4:30, and we've been blessed with some great donations from the community about, with some different things like toys and collars and leashes and treats and stuff. So we're doing kind of like a holiday pop-up so everyone can come, and if they wanted, kind of like a store, if they want to come get a dog treat, their dog a toy, cat a toy, or need a new collar, a new leash, we'll have some of that available for anyone to come in as well. So,
oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So we're excited about that.
So that's tomorrow, 1:30 to 4:30, and that's at your place on Keeneland Commercial Court.
Yes. Boulevard.
Yeah. That's right.
But the main thing is for people to come and get dog and cat food if they need it. So we've had to stop putting food in our box out on our front porch. We kind of wanted to do one bag per person. There was a few people in our area that was kind of taking more than what might be acceptable and leaving nothing for somebody else. So unfortunately we've had to stop putting the food out there. So
man, and you had such a great way to distribute that in the little paper box and all that.
Yeah. So the microchips the scanner's still there though. So
okay, so it is in there.
Yes. Yeah. It's there. Yeah.
So, that is tomorrow, 1:30 to 4:30, dog and cat food distribution, and a little holiday treat for your puppy or canine as well. We've got Dawn Roberts joining us, the Beasley Animal Clinic and Beasley Animal Foundation joining here today. And one other point, I know we're going to talk some holiday safety tips as well, but this is the time of the year where people may be considering an end-of-the-year gift or for tax purposes need to do that. And Beasley Animal Clinic and Foundation I'm sure you would certainly
absolutely
like to have a gift like that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and there's so many good charities too, but yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. It's a great way to support Beasley Animal Foundation. You know, if you are 70 and a half and you have an IRA, you have to do the required minimum distribution. You can certainly do that directly to Beasley, and then that doesn't count into your income for the year. So you get a tax break that way.
Yeah.
You know, some people give us stock, so I kind of get a deduction that way. So I know, yeah, every little bit helps, and, you know, you just have to be creative, and there's ways that anyone can give something if they want to. So.
Absolutely. So just consider that if that's something that you've got going on, and the great work that Beasley does here in town. We are at the holiday time, and so this means there are strange people around, there are strange things around, there are things for our dogs and cats to get into.
Right. Yeah. So you kind of like have to baby proof, but
Yeah.
have it be dog and cat proof. Certainly, you know, Christmas trees are things hanging from them, the glass ornaments, the tinsel, things like the lights. You know, certainly you got to keep a really close eye on that your dog or cat doesn't get a hold of that, because that can cause, you know, mostly like digestive issues and things like that. And then, you know, some flowers like your mistletoe, your hollies, your lilies, they're poisonous as well, toxic to your pets. So, you know, I know people like to be festive and decorate and everything. Just kind of keep an eye on, maybe put it away up where, well, cats seem to get anywhere. So just kind of have an idea of how you can kind of keep those, you know, as far away from possible as the dogs and cats could get into. So
yeah, another that I remember, I think we've talked about it at least, but poinsettias too.
Yes.
They're not good for animals.
Absolutely not. No.
Yeah.
So like mistletoe, holly, poinsettias, lilies, and, you know, those are the main ones that you see around the holidays. So
yeah. So, and that tinsel, I mean, it may look nice on the tree, but I guess if it's something that maybe you think that a baby could get into, well, your dog or cat will.
Absolutely. Yeah. And, you know, it's little tinsel, they can eat it, and it, you know, you might think it's just a small piece of foil or whatever it's made out of, but it can easily cause an obstruction pretty quickly, especially in a cat. So.
But don't obstructions; those are not good
no,
things.
No, they're not. So that's
kind
of just there's a lot of things for them to chew on in this time of year. So you want to keep them from chewing on it and getting it into their belly.
And you know, maybe you've got an extension cord for the Christmas tree, or I mean, there are just all kinds of things that are out, and you've got to be careful with those too.
Yeah, if it's like you know, horses, if they're something that can hurt them, they're going to find it. So you kind of have to have that mentality with dogs and cats as well.
Yeah.
So you can be as, you know, if there's something that can hurt them, they'll probably find it attractive.
So, and I did this without thinking, obviously, but we put the gifts under the tree, and if there's anything, even though that it's wrapped, it's not like the dogs can't smell really well.
Absolutely.
So think about if there's anything with food or candy that you've wrapped as a gift and it goes under the tree, just know they're probably going to get into it.
Oh yeah, I learned the hard way.
Did you?
Yeah. So he destroyed the box and got into the chocolate. So yeah, you know, that's leading into food that you have to be really careful this time of year. You know, it's chocolate, caffeine. You know, you serve a lot of food, the grapes, you know, make sure that they don't get access to any of your uncooked meat that you haven't cooked yet for your dinner, or eggs or bones. I mean, bones, you have to be really careful with bones with the dogs and stuff. So,
and people sometimes want to give their dog the chicken bones or whatnot after they, cook a chicken or whatnot.
Anything you give your dog to eat, just kind of make sure that you're monitoring it so that if there is an issue, you can quickly address it. So, yeah. And sweets. I mean, xylitol is really bad. So just make sure if you're cooking with sweets or anything that does not appear in your recipe.
Now, you mentioned chocolate a minute ago, and what I had under the tree were chocolate-covered cherries because that's what my wife likes. And one year came home from work and they had destroyed the box. for sure.
Yeah.
And eating every one of them.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Was everything okay?
Yeah.
Good.
They were all okay. But luckily, those are only kind of like dipped in chocolate.
Right.
But
yeah. There's a lot of chocolate candies and stuff around this holiday. So, just be careful and be put on our Facebook page all of the, cancer, you shouldn't have feed your pets and treats and stuff, and then what's kind of good for them. So they can refer to that on our Facebook page.
Anything else? Alcohol is one of those things that maybe you have more around the house this time of the year, especially maybe for New Year's or even Christmas celebrations. And those are that's not a good combination for our pets either.
Right. Yeah. And then mostly just know that, you do a lot of family gatherings. You've got friends or family over that, your pet might not be used to. So kind of just make sure that if they're very anxious, that you have a place that you can maybe put them away, just kind of relax. That if they dart out the door, you kind of make people aware that, hey, please watch the door so they don't get out. Make sure your pet's microchipped in case they do slip out with the excitement. Things just like that. Just make it as calm and refreshing for them as possible with all the strange new people in their house.
Well, you get excited when company's coming over and, that kind of thing, and it's Christmas. And just think about your pets. This is way out of the norm,
right?
And so they get excited and sometimes nervous.
Yeah, and there are some pets that are very anxious and not used to strange people in their house and everything like that. So, put them in a quiet room with some music playing and kind of just let them relax and stuff. So just kind of make it enjoyable for them. I know people think of them as family and they want to be part of the activities, but, you just have to know your pet. So some will do great visiting and some are just anxious and scared. So
any signs of and sometimes they're dogs, cats, they're just mischievous and they could get into things and you not notice.
Right.
Are there some things maybe we should be on the lookout for that you might need to go have a little vet visit?
Certainly. Yeah. I mean, any vomiting, diarrhea that's out of the ordinary, it could continue, lethargy, some, if it looked like he's not, just not themselves, kind of evaluate what they could have possibly get into, and it might do good to just phone your vet if it's something that the diarrhea continues, the vomiting is severe, then you might want to, go to, if it's Christmas, you're going to unfortunately have to probably go to an emergency vet because most vet clinics are going to be closed. But just anything that your pet just seems off, just kind of maybe think of what he could have gotten into and maybe at least phone your vet or just keep a really close eye on him.
Yeah. And like you said just a second ago, if you want to do something extra special, there are some foods that are okay for pets. You mentioned like pumpkin. I'm not talking about spiced pumpkin pie or anything like that.
That pure pumpkin.
Yeah,
pure pumpkin. Green beans are good. Sweet potatoes are good. So, there's things that we can eat and create and make for us that the pets can eat.
Yeah.
So.
Well, Dawn, we hope you and everyone at Beasley have a wonderful Christmas. It's good to talk to you every month, and we look forward to doing the same in 2026.
Yeah, happy holidays to you as well.
It's Dawn Roberts joining us here on Rutherford Issues from WGNS, and we thank you for being a part of the show. We'll see you back here next time. Stay tuned for more local conversation from WGNS.
Jennings and Ayers Funeral Home has served Murfree.
Subscribe to Big G TV, local content that matters to Rutherford County.